heard you crack open the blue light.
Yo, come on in. You guys are here too?
Goodbye, empty couch. Hello, standing room only. Labatt takes everything to the power of we.
What's up, Bobcats? We are back, another edition of Bobcat Tracks. That's right, presented by Labatt Blue. My name is Sam Hyman, as always, joined by the one and only co-host, Tanaya Stevens. What's up, T?
What is up, Sam? What is up, Bobcats? Hope we're doing good out there.
April, we are here.
It's here.
It's
really is.
crazy.
It's beautiful, though.
Yeah, the cherry blossoms are coming out, right?
The cherry blossoms are here.
It's exciting.
Love that.
Exciting times. So if you're new to the show, if you've never been here with us, we are on YouTube, we are on Spotify, we are on Apple Podcasts, so you can watch or listen or do both, whatever your heart desires. And go ahead and subscribe to our YouTube channel, OhioBobcatStudios, and give us a thumbs up or leave a comment on the episode. We'd love to hear from you, the listener or the viewer. We definitely want the feedback. So, T, we've got a great lineup beginning with women's track and field.
Women's track and field, you guys know how I feel about them. Ava Kincaid, freshman, she gives us all the details about what's to come, also about her and being a freshman and doing different events. So it's really good to listen to what she has to say.
Yeah, she'll be sitting right over there in just a moment. And then our second guest from the football team is Sieh Bangura. He is back in Athens. It's awesome to see that he is back in Athens, Ohio, ready to rock and roll. Spring ball is in full force right now over at Peden Stadium and Walter Fieldhouse. And then last but not least, from the women's golf team, Saylor Wharff will join us as well. So can't wait to dive into that and for you all to watch or hear these conversations. I'm excited for everyone to tap in.
Me too. Very different athletes, but all amazing to listen to.
All right, let's get it. Let's go.
Let's go.
All right, everybody. Our first guest on Bobcat Tracks, presented by Labatt Blue. We welcome Ava Kincaid.
Yay!
Woo!
This is a biased segment because I am a retired track and field athlete for Ohio University, so we're going to cheer again for Ava Kincaid.
Ava, welcome to the show. We are so excited to have you on.
Yes.
Thanks so much for being here.
Yes, thank you for having me.
Really excited.
Yeah.
The relationship between the two of you runs pretty deep.
Runs pretty deep. 2 years or 3 years ago?
That would have been 3.
3 years ago, Ava came just to watch a track meet, and I went over there to talk to her because I saw that she was watching, and we talked for a good hour or two.
Mm-hmm.
And
Wow.
but she was a junior, so really she wasn't really looking crazy, but just told her to keep Ohio in mind, and I think that stuck with her.
No, it definitely did.
Why did it stick with you?
I loved I loved the school. Obviously, it's a beautiful campus, but just the team was like moving in a good direction at that time. I liked what I was seeing while I was watching. It was just an unofficial. It was literally just for myself, just to go out, look around. I've always heard about the school, and I had a friend's mom who ran here back in her day. But I just heard about the school, and I was just very interested in what they had to offer here. So when I went on a visit, I think it was during Cherry Blossom.
It was.
I think it was the Cherry Blossom meet.
You fell in
Yeah.
love with the cherry blossoms, didn't you?
Yes, for sure. But no, I definitely just loved everyone that I met here. T was obviously a big reason. I DM'd her after. I was like, thank you so much. Like, it was so great to meet you. I really enjoyed it. And then it kind of stuck with me, and I always kept it in the back of my mind.
Yes.
I think that conversation is so valuable, right? Because that was the first time that the two of you met, and first impression is everything. You're meeting a student athlete, just you happen to be at the meet. I mean, you got to be on your A game.
Yeah, I mean, I knew I wasn't going to be able to be a teammate of hers, but I believe that setting the foundation and letting people know that this is a great place to develop and start a collegiate career here, and beyond the fact of sports, scholastically, Ohio's really good, but Ava, her demeanor, how she was at just that age and what she wanted from a school, she was very receptive of what she really wanted out of getting into college and getting into being an athlete. Really stuck with me as well because it's really hard to talk to juniors because they're like, I'm just looking, checking, but she really was one to just say like, this is what I want, and I'm still thinking about other things because you weren't a gymnastics at the time too, and I was like, oh well, you can definitely do hurdles, and trying to push for her to get hurdles, but I was really happy when I saw that she committed to OU. So.
That's cool. Well, we'll get into the why and your start here at Ohio, but you're from where exactly? Tell the people.
Perrysburg, Ohio.
Okay. And what was life like growing up in Perrysburg, Ohio? What's that town like?
I'd say it's a really good community. We have a lot of events that go on. During my junior year of high school, I worked with the Perrysburg Christmas parade for a DECA project, so I was involved in the community during that time. But we value sporting events at home a lot. Like, we are very known for our sports in our area. So just being able to be involved in those sports that people come and support is like really important. And I think that's kind of what stuck with me when I was looking at schools, was like I wanted to go to a place that sporting was also a big thing, and it's like one that brought community together. And I felt like that was just the perfect place here at Ohio.
Wow. How about your first discovery of running? Like, how did you find running, Ava?
My mom made me. She didn't pick me up from school one day in 7th grade and said, "You're going to go run track." And I was like, "What the heck are you doing? I'm supposed to be a gymnast. I don't want to go run." So yeah, she left me there. She didn't let me take the bus ride home. And ever since, I just fell in love with running. Like, it's something that not everyone loves to do, but they'll do it. But like for me, it's like I love to run. And I think being able to hurdle is another piece of that, because I don't just have to run every single day. I've got my drills someday. I got to hurdle other days. So I feel like for me, it was just I fell in love with like the chase and like trying to get better. And also it was just fun during that time. Like 7th and 8th grade is just about having fun. So.
Yeah.
I love that. 7th grade. You have a vivid memory. That's pretty.
Oh my gosh, yes. I was scarred. I was like, what the heck? My mom didn't pick me up from school. But it was all for a good reason, for sure.
I wish I ran in 7th and 8th grade. I do.
So that caught you off guard, like when she didn't pick you up, like you didn't know the reason why.
Yeah, no,
She plotted.
Yeah, she told me she was gonna pick me up from school one day, and so I wasn't gonna take the bus ride home. And then she didn't pick me up from school, and so she was then texting me, and she was like, "You're gonna go out to track practice today." I saw the
Wow.
post on Facebook. I was like, "Okay, yeah, I'll see how this goes."
And now here you are. That's pretty cool. So your early stages of running, you fell in love with it immediately? Did it take some time to kind of understand your passion?
Honestly, no. I had a really good coach my 7th grade year, and I think that's also part of the reason. He was one of the teachers at my school at the time, and so I already knew him, and I liked him a lot, and it was just really fun. That's like the only way I can describe it. It was fun. It was something that I wanted to go to after school. Like, I looked forward to going to track practice, and that's not that's not something a lot of people say.
Mm-mm.
Did you say that, T, growing up at a young age?
I didn't run until sophomore year of high school. So, but her story's
So
just,
yeah, late bloomer.
her story's just like mine. My mom told me I had to run track, and I was like, really? And I didn't get picked up from practice. And I was sitting there, and the first day I was like, oh, that's not too bad. But yeah. So you ran track, but also you were a gymnast.
Yeah.
Gymnastics your first love?
Gymnastics most definitely was my first love. I did it for 15 years.
Wow.
This past June was my last nationals. It was really sad.
Wow.
It was like, I always tell people like track is like the competitive side to me, the talent aspect, but like gymnastics was like my heart sport. Like that's like, it's where I met my best friends. It's like the first thing my first love. Gymnastics was my first love.
There's this pipeline of gymnasts and track, especially with, a lot of long jumpers did gymnastics. A lot of hurdlers do gymnastics. Pole vaulters do gymnastics. So the pipeline between gymnastics to track is like, it's well known.
I feel like there are a lot of similarities to some degree that you can apply from like what you learned as a gymnast to
most definitely.
track, right?
Yeah, most definitely. Like you got to be able to run fast to get to the vault table so that you have power coming off the other side of it. Hurdling is literally like leaping through the air when you first start, and then like obviously you learn the real technique as you go on and like how to make it not so much of a leap but instead of a step. But no, definitely like you see a lot of gymnasts end up going into track.
Even just lifting wise too. You gotta be strong in your glutes and stuff of that nature to be able to get power off of the vault, or that first step before you do a flip or stuff like that. And so I love seeing it online, like, oh, I was a gymnast before I ran track or
That is
jumped.
cool.
And it's really cool to. So what was your favorite event to do?
Probably on a good day beam, but I was best at vault. So.
Interesting. Wow. That is what is the I know the difference, but like the different skill set you have to be good in those two, you think?
Beam is balance. You need to have a lot of balance, and then just confidence. Like, it's not easy going backwards on a 4-inch piece of wood that's 3 feet in the air. So I feel like, honestly, if you have confidence, you can do beam. For vault, you just gotta have power, especially when you get to the higher levels. Like, if you don't have power and you don't have strength, you're not gonna be able to flip yourself through the air.
Did you almost go to school for gymnastics?
I mean, like, when I was little, I always, like, grew up watching TV, and I was like, oh, my gosh, this is what I want to do. But I think as you grow older, you, like, come to the realization that it's a very hard sport to go pro in, and just to go to even a Division II, III school, it's very, very competitive for gymnastics. And I think that's where that's around the time that I flipped to track and was like, this feels like it's more up my alley, something that I can more reach for. And also, gymnastics is just so taxing on your body in general.
Yeah,
I don't think I could have done 4 more years of college gymnastics. It would have been a lot of pain. So
Yeah.
Who did you watch from a gymnastics standpoint growing up?
Professional, definitely Simone Biles.
Okay.
And then
Legend.
Shawn Johnson. Yeah.
Shawn Johnson was unreal.
Yeah.
I remember her.
Yeah. And then just in college, I just always watched Michigan. That was my favorite team, and they're really good. So.
I love Allie Raisman. Yeah.
Yeah, she's a powerful woman.
She is really powerful.
Yes.
Beyond the sport.
Beyond just the sport, just in general, yeah.
Yeah, she definitely, I feel like, is a person that really empowers women to speak their mind and share their story.
Most
sure.
definitely.
So you came to the realization that track was where you want to continue, possibly, in college. How was the recruiting process for track and field that led you to Ohio University?
The recruiting process, it's very difficult. It's a lot of work. It's like relationships. You're going to have fallouts. You're going to build new ones, but then realize that might not be the one, so then you're going to have to tell them that. And so it's very draining mentally wise. However, it's definitely builds your strengths. It makes you realize more of who you are as a person, because you look at all these different schools and you're like, what do you like about it? What do you dislike about it? Ultimately, what led me here was I had received an academic scholarship, and so I reached back out to the coach and was like, I'm not in need of any financials whatsoever. I want to run in college, and I'm committed. I want to do good. I want to do something for a team. And so he was like, yeah, of course, you have a spot on this team. So then I ended up signing, and here I am. Wow.
Yeah, I feel like you mentioned just there's so much dialogue that happens with all the schools that you talk to, and I'd imagine that can be stressful, because you're trying to get a read on just what feels the realest, what hits the most to me, and what I'm looking for. That's got to be hard.
Yeah, it definitely is. And so now being on the other end of recruiting, whenever we have a PSA on campus, I know what they're going through, and especially because it's later in the season right now, it's I know the stress that they are probably putting themselves under. So it's you always want to, when I was here with T, you always want to have that good impression on someone, because you never know how that's going to impact them. And obviously I would love to have every recruit that comes here to come and be a part of our team, but that's just not ideal. That's not the real what happens.
Yeah.
So just always have to make sure that when I'm introducing myself, be I know the shoes you're going through, you can do it, you're going to find your spot, no matter how long it takes you, don't be in a rush, you will find your place.
And I don't think people understand track, multiple sports too, the whole scholarship aspect. It is even more demanding, not to get into literal and statistics and money details, but the difference in a scholarship for track is way different than a scholarship for football.
Oh my God, it's so
way
hard.
Different than a scholarship. So to prove yourself on why you need to be on this team, or any team, only coaches see potential at, first glance. So you always have to have that in the back of your mind too. It's like, okay, they're recruiting me, but like, what are they recruiting me for?
Yeah.
Am I really going to be an asset, or I'm just going to be like put down? Like stuff like that really gets into the mind. So, recruiting process is taxing. It really is. You gotta have, but it's a part of the process. It's part of the journey. It makes you really mature in an athletic approach. Like, I really want to do this.
I had a coach tell me he walked on at West Virginia just as a bullpen catcher for baseball, and he has the mentality. It's actually an assistant at Ohio for baseball, JT Heenan.
Okay.
He was like, every day is a tryout. Like,
Yeah.
I have to prove myself every single day, regardless. And he was a walk on. He tried out, and you're here on an academic scholarship.
Yeah.
But a walk on.
walk-on for track, yes.
So like, how do you kind of approach that mindset on a day-to-day basis as a student athlete?
So for me, obviously, my academics are really important just because I have to keep that scholarship. But for, like, when I come to practice, I know every single day that it's like, I'm here to work. I'm here to show up. I don't just want to be a walk-on. Like, I want to be someone that gets these big opportunities. And I think for me, when I got the opportunity to go to MAC for the 4x4 for indoor season, I was like, I'm here to prove myself. Like, I'm not just a walk-on. Like, I can be an asset to this team. Especially with roster cuts happening in the NCAA now, it's like every single day you have to have your best shoes on. Like, you're not going to have a perfect day every day. There's bad days. But it's your mentality. Like, you're here to work. You're here to get better. You're not just here just to call yourself a student athlete. Like, you're here for a purpose. And I think that's really important going into every single practice, especially as a walk-on.
I love that
That's
mindset.
on every level too, though.
Yeah.
Walk on, full ride. You're trying out every day. 'Cause
Yeah.
like you said,
You're proving
go.
yourself.
Roster cuts are a thing,
Yeah.
but also it's just because you had it once before don't mean you can't.
Don't
you have
mean
it
you're
now.
going to have it again.
Yeah.
A walk on can prove themselves better than anybody on the track.
Never feel entitled.
Nope.
Nope.
Always, man, I'm ready to roll.
Always
Fired
on your
up.
toes.
You got me fired up.
We about to go run 5 miles.
Wait,
Under-
I ran 5 miles today already,
Wow.
but I'll do it again just because we're not satisfied.
There we
we're
go.
not satisfied.
There we go. There we go.
So you brought up a race just a moment ago, Indoor Max, your first experience at Indoor Max. You're a freshman. Walk us through that race. It was a relay that you
Phenomenal.
made some noise with, I hear, right?
Phenomenal job.
Yeah. So I was on the 4x4 at a Wittenberg meet originally as the anchor, and I just remember I was so stressed. I was like, they always tell you like the last person is the fastest person, but in my mind I didn't feel that way, and so I was really nervous because I didn't want to let the team down if we're to have a gap and then I would lose it because someone's true fastest person would be coming up right up on me. But then when I went to MAC and I found out the order that I was also put in the anchor, I was like, all right, this is a redemption. Like, I need to go into it better. I was like, I'm not going to be scared of the girls standing around me. Like, I'm not going to let the ideologies that people tell you affect how the race is going to go. I knew that I trusted my coach in the order that he put us in, and I trusted that he believed in me to be the anchor. And I just remember like lining up. I was still like, obviously I'm anxious. It's MAC championships and we want to place, but I was like, it's a good anxious. Like, it's like, I'm going to get out hard. I'm going to run my hardest. I'm going to catch the girl that was in front of me. So definitely that race was exciting. It was thrilling, fulfilling. It definitely made me open my eyes for outdoor season, like of the good things that I can see myself doing. Whether that's on the 4x4 team or that's an open 4, that's 400 hurdles, like, it doesn't matter what race I'm in. Like, I always have to go into it with a mentality that, like, I'm here to do good, and I'm not here to let my nerves freak me out.
Yeah.
That is great.
She
I love
did.
That's good internal dialogue.
Yeah.
Good. The conversations that you have with yourself are really
Needed.
I struggle sometimes with the internal dialogue about performance in certain areas, and man, that's such a key to be able to like go back and forth
Yeah.
with yourself and say, no, don't think like that, think this way.
And that's one thing that coach does a really good job about, is like, he's always encouraging us to fight with our inner self, like realize that yes, we're going to be anxious. However, that's not going to stop you from how you're going to perform. And if you let it, that's okay. However, let's learn from it and figure out for the next race what we can do better so that we don't let our nerves, we don't let our anxiety get to us.
And as a freshman, that is crucial because that is something that, you really can't just teach. You got to just hear it, and then you got to be able to take that.
Yeah.
You got to be able to be like, all right, I got to just, fight this urge. But I had the privilege of watching it watching it there. And
You were in attendance.
That was phenomenal.
Yeah, you're right by that finish line.
As a former 4x4 relay specialist, I like to say that. It was really good how Ava attacked a lot of things. You were in a difficult heat. Mm-hmm. Ohio's usually not in that type of heat. We were usually in the first heat, not the second. But there was a lot of things that were happening prior to that in that race that really could have just, messed you up, and you kept your composure. But the way that you attacked and executed that was very, very well.
Thank you.
Very well.
Thank you.
You did well.
Where does that attack mindset or that preparation for you to deliver the way you did in that race, where does that come from? Like, what part of practice do you feel like or training prepared you for that moment?
Well, going back to that Wittenberg meet, that was the first time I've ever run a 400. I didn't run 400s in high school, so I had no prior experience to what even was like. And I ended up running it not as smart as I could have. And I think towards the end of the finish at that specific race, I was like fighting for my life. I seriously
hit a wall.
Yes, I was not thinking I was going to finish the race. So then when I ran it again at max, I knew already what not to do. So I think it was more, coach had told me before, like gave me tips and tricks that it's like you get out hard for your first, since it was a 200 track, you get out really hard for your first 200 track, hold it for about another 100 meters, and then that last 100, step down, really put those feet down and get in front of the person that's in front of you. And that race was 10 times better than the race that I had run before. And I ended up catching the person in front of me because I followed those tips and tricks that coach gave me.
It was,
Big time.
made me cry.
So you also, you've tasted the hurdles a little bit too so far while you've been here, is that right?
Yeah. The indoor 60 hurdles wasn't what I was hoping it was going to be, but I'm not going to let that stop me for the 100 meters for outdoor. But I'm also adding in the 400 hurdles for outdoor as well, which is a very new event to me because I didn't run the 300 hurdles in high school. But it's really great to have a training partner who teaches me about the race as well as my coach. And I think for me, when I go to NC State this weekend, I feel really prepared for that race. Just from the practices that we've done and the workouts that we've done, I think I'll be okay.
Take advantage of that.
Yeah.
Take advantage of that first meet. It's a competitive, high-stake meet, but also everybody, it's the majority of everyone's first meet. So mistakes are there, but also, hey, you're stepping into a pool that I would never touch.
Hurdles is an interesting dynamic. Like, what do you feel like is the key to successfully hurdling? Because I can jump over that hurdle, but not the way you can, and not the way like Sydney McLaughlin can.
Oh my gosh.
Like it seems there's a lot more that goes into it than just literally jumping over it. You have to have a touch and a feel. So, yeah, give us the breakdown of the hurdle.
It's so technical. Like for the 100 meter, your first 4 steps leading up to it have to be really aggressive so that when you are setting yourself up for all 10 hurdles coming after that, you're not going to be like leaping over it. Instead, just going to be more of a step, and that's what creates that fast, quick motion that you're going to end up excelling all the way through. Because a lot of times, if you go over it too high or you like throw yourself off balance, every single hurdle come after that is going to be 10 times harder because you're going to have to re-pick up your speed after you had just lost it.
So you're essentially like the first 3 hurdles, like you need to be in rhythm, because if you screw up one, like it throws off your timing, like you said, and it makes it a little bit harder.
Yeah, those first, I'd say like 4 or 5 are the most important hurdles in the 100 meter hurdle race. for the 400 hurdles, Elizabeth, my teammate, and I were joking the other day, and we didn't call it the 400-meter hurdle race. We called it the perseverance race because that's truly what that race is. It is not easy at all. The 400 in general is not easy, but now you're adding 10 hurdles you have to jump over while you're also very lactic from running a 400. And so we were joking around, and we called it our perseverance race. And I feel like that's truly all that describes what that race is. It's hard. It's rewarding when you do really well at it, but it's also a big challenge mentally and physically for your body.
We haven't had someone compete in the 400 hurdles in like 4 years. And that's going to be, I'm excited to hear about
That
this.
streak's going to end.
Streak's ending. And to hear 2 people doing it is even crazier. I mean, 400 hurdles is, no.
Yeah.
You got too much, oh, no. They try to get me. Oh, no.
So you're only a freshman. You got a lot in front of you. What do you feel like what are you seeking to learn or challenge yourself with the most as you continue your college career as a student athlete?
I feel like for me, it's just my mentality again. Like, I'm a very anxious person, and I think that's what affected me for indoor season hurdles is I went into every single race already nervous about how I was going to run. And I didn't even run yet, and I was already nervous about how I was going to run. And so I think for me, it's going to be the mentality. It's like going into every single hurdle race that, like, I can do this. I'm here for a reason. Like, I know how to hurdle. And so I think for me, that'll be my biggest challenge finishing out the rest of the season.
Good.
That's awesome. How about any interests off the track, away from the track? I know you're big with academics as well. Tell us a little bit about some interests that you have off the track.
So I'm a Templeton Scholar, and that's where my financials come from. But it's a multicultural scholarship through the Multicultural Center that's located in Baker, and that is really that's what challenges me to be a better me. I think it's just like learning diversity and like accepting all of the different types of cultures that we see. And especially in my class that I have, I get to talk and communicate with the other scholars in my group. And so for me, that's really important outside of athletics, just to like develop me as a person and like really build on my character. And then I'm also involved in Ohio Women in Business, and I made it a goal for myself that when I came to college, I wasn't just going to be centered around athletics. And so for me, it's like for education-wise, I have the Templeton Scholars as well as the Copeland Scholars, which is the business scholarship that I have with like a cohort of business students. And they teach me to be a better leader, a better person in the business world. And then I have athletics. And then lastly, for fun, I'm in OWIB, which is Ohio Women in Business. And that organization is it's awesome. Like, it's just a bunch of women who strive to be leaders, who strive to advocate for women's rights and our positions, and how mostly they can be, like, business can be seen as a male-dominated field. And so our role and our responsibility and like our missions that OBIB follows is just to really advocate for women in the business world.
That is incredible.
Proud of
You
you.
are.
Thank
Are you
you.
sure you're only a freshman?
Yes.
Yeah.
Are we sure you are?
I mean, y'all
you
don't-
are putting fingerprints all over this campus.
Let me tell you this, though. Ava outside of track is one of the goofiest girls I'll ever meet.
Oh, stop.
Yes, you know it. You know it. Okay. So.
Wait,
are we
before
ready?
we get into off the tracks really quickly, I wanted to ask, like you mentioned multicultural. You're around a lot of like different types. You interact with people from different backgrounds,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
Tell me more about that and like the significance and importance of like being open to people that aren't and
Like
don't
you.
look
Yeah,
that aren't
yeah.
you, that don't look like you, that have different backgrounds, whether it's race, religion, so on and so forth. Tell me about like how you approach that and the importance of being welcoming to all those people.
What you look like, your physical disabilities, none of that defines who you are. And like, I go about my days just like being accepting and learning that not everyone is me. And I think that's perfect. Like, you're not supposed to be like everybody else or we'd all be identical. And so being able to be open and learning different cultural backgrounds for me was just like something that I'm really passionate about, and that I think moving forward, especially in business, I would like to be a manager at some point. And to be a manager, you have to know how to communicate and work with people around me. And so if you don't have the ability to look at people that are differently from yourselves, you're not going to be able to be successful in that career field.
100%. Well put. I mean, it is so important to put yourself in situations that you're not normally in, around different environments. Because if you don't do that, then you're not gonna learn about those people. And I truly believe like curiosity is a superpower. And if you actually want to know and learn, you're gonna ask questions. You're gonna say like, oh, you do that, this, like that.
Yeah.
It seems like you have that mindset.
Yeah, I think I'm very open to learning about people, and like that's what builds relationships, and that's what creates connections and networking in anywhere, in any form. So
That's awesome. All right, some rapid fire off the tracks before we wrap this up and continue on with the show. Our next guest is in the building, by the way. Stay tuned. Stay tuned for Sieh. He's coming up, baby. Football. Stay tuned. All right, off the tracks.
Off the tracks.
I want me to start.
Yeah.
Lead it off. What is the most unique app on your phone? If you don't have a unique, like an app that like you feel like not a lot of people have, like just a game app or. You looked at me like that is a crazy.
I can't say Block Blast because everyone has that game.
I don't have that game.
The whole team does.
I don't
Our
know.
whole
What
team
that, I don't
has
even know what that is.
Block Blast. It's just like a brainless activity game.
It is.
I think.
Can't
So
really-
probably Block Blast.
Okay. Yeah, I don't. That is unique to me.
Yeah.
You answer the question.
What song is on repeat right now?
Probably American Honey by Lady A or Lady Antebellum.
Okay. I was like,
Is that the same song that you'd sing karaoke to?
Oh, most definitely. I probably have already sang karaoke to that song, for sure.
Would you do it
I
now?
love that song. Would I do it?
sing a little bit right now.
No.
Okay.
We're really putting her on the spot
yeah.
right now. Let's see. What's your favorite meal?
Cooked vegetables.
Hey, I love. You got to get your veggies.
I love grilled vegetables
I know.
so much.
What's your favorite vegetable?
Broccoli.
Yep. Brussels sprouts? You like Brussels
Yeah.
sprouts?
Yeah.
Brussels sprouts are fire. I
Mushrooms,
used to hate Brussels
onions,
sprouts.
Asparagus.
You like artichoke?
Yeah.
Nah, I don't either. You like artichoke?
Yeah. Really good.
Can't
really good
get
for you.
get into that, but that's awesome.
Helps with the heart.
We all need to eat more veggies.
If you
I
like
think.
beets, do you like beets?
I've never tried them.
Don't do it.
They freak me out.
See into the future or change the past?
See into the future.
Okay.
Yeah.
What would you rather?
See into the future.
Yeah.
I want to see if I get a good job.
You want to see what's down the line for you. You can have dinner with one celebrity. Which celebrity would you want to have dinner with?
Probably Simone Biles again.
Again.
Oh no, like I was talking about her earlier.
Yeah.
I'm like, what?
But
You
yeah.
already had dinner with her.
No, definitely dinner with Simone Biles.
Nice.
Okay, that's cool. Favorite pizza topping? I can maybe guess what this is gonna be. Some sort of veggie or no? No.
You don't
No.
eat pizza?
No, just cheese.
Okay.
Just
That
cheese.
that is a topping.
I guess-
Parmesan cheese or just like the cheese?
No, just like the cheese on
that
top.
comes-
Okay.
Mozzarella cheese.
All right. All right. You are stuck on an island with no one. What's the most essential item you would bring? You can only bring one item.
My phone.
People have said that,
I
but
said that
then,
and I always
but what about the charger?
Yeah.
The phone's gonna
Stuck.
die.
Okay, yeah, you got me.
So it's tough.
A bucket.
You said a bucket?
It's multifaceted. You get water. You can make circles for SOS. You can make music so people can hear you. You can sleep on it. You can sit on it. You can go collect food.
That is true. You're making a case.
Yeah.
You're making a case.
A bucket.
Couple more.
All right. Would you rather know what everyone thinks about you or everyone knows what you think about them?
Probably what everyone knows about me.
You'd want to know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like what I think about you. Oh, that's true.
We know. I know. She knows. But yeah, no, I would go with that too. What's your favorite class that you've taken at Ohio so far?
Probably accounting. It's very controversial, but that's actually what I think I'm going to change my major to.
Okay. You heard it here first.
You don't agree?
Hey, you do you, boo-boo.
I liked it.
That's good. It's
Okay.
good. I took a class, but I never changed because I knew I liked it for that semester.
Yeah, just for that little bit that you learned about it.
Yeah, because then you know you have to take other classes
yeah.
after that.
Yeah.
So that one class is.
It's not it's not going to make or break.
So I just want you to think about that. Just want you to think about that.
I still think I'm going to.
Okay.
Bring a calculator
What? Yeah.
to accounting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a good idea.
And what is the superpower that you want that you could have?
To
Rather.
fly.
Makes sense. She's a hurdler.
Imagine you just saw me running next to you, and then all of a sudden I just like take off. See ya.
Where?
She's at
All
the
right.
finish line.
That's
great.
That's all we got, right?
That's all we have.
Ava, any final words? We really appreciate you coming on the show. It means a lot.
Come support women's track and field. We have 2 home meets, and we host MAC championships this semester.
Yeah,
So,
she said
come
it.
support.
She said it into the camera. We love it. But yeah, Ava, thanks so much. You're doing a lot. You're only a freshman. You're making an impact on this campus, and you will continue to. So thanks for your time, and keep up the great work.
Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, we head to the football field for our next guest, and welcome Sieh Bangura. What's up, Sieh?
What's up? Appreciate you guys for having me, for sure. Appreciate it.
Yes, welcome back to Athens, man.
Crazy. I know it's crazy. Man.
You are back. The people are dying to know. I think the number one question, and you're ready for it, is what made you come back, man?
I already know. So basically, when I did get in that portal and I'm viewing all my options, it got a little crazy. So being a senior now, so I have so many credits, and I ended up losing 18 credits when I went to Minnesota. So now I had to play my cards right when I got back in the portal. I'm like, well, I do want to, obviously I want to play football against the NFL, but now I got to think a lot more about school because I lost 18 credits. So now maybe the best decision is to go back to Ohio and graduate, whereas if I go to another school, I might have to like double enroll, like stay in Minnesota and then like play football at another school. It was crazy what I was hearing. Like I would be able to go to school somewhere and then have to take online classes back in Minnesota so I could graduate in December at least. So my main focus was to graduate in December now since I can't graduate in May. So the main thing was graduating along with still being able to play football like how I do. Yep.
And to come back to this program, a program that you know so well, what makes this program so special for you and the impact it's made on you?
I feel like the number one thing, like, playing was the fans. Like, thinking about the fans every Saturday, like, it was just such love. And even in this small town, like, even when you just walk around, you seeing everybody, it's just all love. Like, it's a real small town, but it's love everywhere. And even other than, like, a big city, they might have, like, something crazy going on. But, you know, they love football here, like. They love football, and that was the main thing that brought me back. And then Coach Smith, you know, he went up to head coach. He was my running back coach, so we was close with no love lost between any of the coaches. It was no love lost at all. And then I seen the team, too. I'm like, it's probably like 2 or 3 guys I still know from the team now. Hey, but nah, Coach Smith was just telling me about the team, and I seen them boys win the MAC championship. I just wanted to add on, and maybe we could run it back to back for sure.
Love that.
You had the chance to touch Power 4 environment.
Yeah.
What was that like? And now coming back to Ohio, would you change anything about it?
Honestly, I wouldn't. I feel like God does everything for a reason, so I wouldn't change nothing. So even just going out there, I feel like the environment was more. How can I say, like, it was just a little more amped up. The coaches I feel like the coaches kind of made football a little bit bigger than what it was outside of the game, because that's all I wanted to do was just play football. And I feel like them coaches up there made it a little bit bigger than what it was, but still, that environment, it was a good environment to be around, see the guys that's most likely going to be in that NFL level in a couple of years, play against them in a practice, and then see how, like, a Power 4 practice is really ran. Like, it was crazy hearing all the coaches yelling, the fast pace. It was crazy. They tried to emulate the NFL as close as they can, but that Power 4 level, environment, all that is crazy, and it's good to be around. It was good to see.
You know, only a couple games on the field, so I'm sure you mentally like learned a lot, and there were some challenges. What
Definitely.
challenges did you face, and what did you learn to now move on to this second chapter at Ohio?
Yeah, just waking up every day thinking about like my family and like just football. Like, I don't even think I'm gonna play this week. I'm just on the sideline. I'm just having to go to practice. But the main thing was just keep going to practice and practicing hard. That was probably the main thing. Even if you know you're not gonna play, even if you know like coaches might not be on your side, this and that, just keep doing you. Don't let anything pull you down. Like, I feel like that was the main lesson. Don't get out of yourself. Know your worth. Like, understand that you're good in football. Like, you're not a bad football player. You see what I'm saying? So like, even just a lot of guys is being on the sideline, they might think they're a bad football player, but once they get a chance somewhere else, they shine. So it's just like, don't down yourself. Like, you're a good football player. You're good at whatever you do. Don't let like not playing or being on the side or all the coaches yelling at you, don't let that put you down. Just keep going always.
So you were telling yourself that. That's a
Got
good.
to.
You didn't let any negative dialogue impact you.
Couldn't, because it was so crazy. Like, the things that they were like saying and trying to do, it was crazy. I don't want to put them guys down too much, but it was crazy up there. Like, I couldn't believe it, honestly, and I just wasn't getting the real answers, so that just made it a little bit worse. And it's like I'm going back to my room every day, like, man, I'm not playing football. Like, man, what am I doing? Like, it was crazy. It was crazy.
Being in that type of mindset, you don't have to say much about it, but how was your mental state with that? And like you said, you know the person you are, you know the worth that you are, and what you can bring to any type of organization. How was your mental state in that environment?
Man, it was down. Like, I just had to talk to my mom every day. Just hearing her voice picks me back up every day. But it was down. I'm trying to do everything. Like, I'm trying to do stuff every day to like take my mind off. I'm going out to community center helping kids. Like, it was a part of my major, but still, even just doing that, take my mind off of football. I get out of practice, I'm like, man, I'm so glad to go home. Like, man, go do something else. I take my mind off it. My mental was just in the slumps. It was crazy, man. It was wild. I'm in my room just sitting thinking, like, what am I doing wrong? Like, what's going on? Why I'm not playing? Like, I came up here to challenge myself. That's the only reason I came to challenge myself. Now this is happening. But, I mean, it is what it is. Like, I'm just glad I got through.
Yeah.
Like you said, everything happens for a reason, and I know, and you know that experience is going to, it's strength. It's going to strengthen you. It's going to make you an even more powerful person, both football and beyond. I would imagine.
Yep,
Yeah.
exactly. That's the number one
So
thing.
you coming back to Ohio, how does it feel to be back and being familiar with where you actually started?
The roots.
Yeah.
Man, it was so crazy. Just the first day back, like when I drove back into Athens, I'm like, man, I'm looking around. I drove past like Sonic and all that side of the that side. I'm like, man, I'm really back in Athens. Like, it's crazy. I was gone for a year. I'm back. It's so crazy, but it just feels good. Like, I think I went to get food at Hotbox, and somebody came up to me and he was like, man, you see it, Bangura, I play with you on the NCAA game. You feel it? Like, it's just great. Like, it's just love. Even just to hear that, like, it's just love to hear. Like, that's why I keep playing the sport, the fans. So it's like to come back here and then to hear something like that and see teammates that I know, like Peter Kameni or Davion Witherspoon. It just felt good. And then we had a team meeting that Sunday. As soon as I walked in the room, Coach Isverding got up. He was like, "What's up, buddy?" Said what's up to me. It just felt good to be back, man. It still feels good to be back.
I know when I saw that announcement, I about threw my phone.
Yeah.
I saw the first announcement of the portal.
Yeah.
And I was like, boy, and then OU won. We won conference. And I'm like, boy, if Sieh gonna try to come back here,
Run it back.
I'm like,
Exactly.
where could he possibly go? Like, just come back. I know that the mindset of going back is hard.
Yeah.
Was that what you were thinking in the process of coming back to Ohio?
So thinking of, even because I put my mom in a lot of things that I do, but I still make my decisions and all that. But I remember I made a decision to leave my youth team because like coaches was changing. I remember one coach that I was moving up every year with, he got fired. So we ended up like, man, what you think you want to do? You want to stay at Bowie or go to play for this team called Watkins Hornets? I'm like, we can make the leap to go play for Watkins Hornets. And then it came a point where I don't know what happened, but we was thinking about going back to Bowie. My mom was like, nah, we don't go back. We don't go back. So it was like, now I'm
in your
here.
head.
You feel me? Yes, that was a little bit in my head. Like, especially when they won that championship, it's like, man, now I'm jumping on the bandwagon. They just won that championship. You feel me? Like, so crazy. It was just like, man, I don't know. Should I go back? Them boys just won the championship. But I know all them coaches. It was nothing but love when I left, man. I know that's gonna be
Yeah.
an option. Yeah, you see what I'm saying? So I'm like, man, I know this for my future. I got to go back and play football again. Like, yeah, I got to go back and play football, have a great year. So that's it. This was a great decision, I feel like.
Glad to have you back.
Well,
really.
yeah, we are. What was the conversation with Coach Smith like? You have a really good relationship with him.
Yeah.
What was the conversation like with him? Coming back.
Yeah, so I remember him calling me. It was like on a Sunday. He was calling me. He was like, "Yep, spot just opened up. Da 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 da. We'd love to have you back, but before you came back, he was like, man, just be humble. We know you was at the Power 4 level. I'm in my head like, man, I didn't even play at this level. Like, I barely played. Like, I'm a humble guy, but he knows I'm a humble guy. Like, even when I was here. So, but he was just saying like, even though you went to that Power 4 level, keep your head, stay level-headed, come back. We put together a great team we didn't know what they were going to do this past season, and the guys just gelled together, and now we're bringing you in to just uplift them even more. So he was just saying, the main thing was just stay humble and don't brag about anything that you were seeing on that level. Just come back and join the team and come together with them.
That's key.
Yeah.
That is key. Humbleness is key.
For sure.
But I always know Sieh's a humble guy.
He-
Sieh is very
Appreciate it.
low key and like he gets the job done and you don't hear from
Appreciate
him
it.
at all.
Appreciate it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love that.
For sure.
What did Brian Smith teach you in the time that the two of you worked together from a running back standpoint? You mentioned he was your running backs coach. What did you learn the most from him?
I feel like just like details, looking at more than what I have to do. So understanding what the O-line might have to do, understanding what the receivers have to do, just looking at details and really like perfecting my technique. Them was the main two, because he was just like, you're a good football player, but it's the little things, details and techniques that you have to just work at to make you separate you from the players that are average on average, the players that are great. So the main two is details and technique. Yeah.
Nice.
What did you learn about yourself from being at Minnesota and just being an athlete prior to coming back that you brought here and that you see you have changed?
I feel like, honestly, I can do more than what I was doing. Like, I feel like I was here, I was doing my thing here, and I started to like get complacent. At Minnesota, like I said, the practice was fast paced. It was crazy. We in the facility for so long every day. It's like I feel like I can do more than what I was doing here. Like I held myself back. And then I don't know, but I can get better. Like, that's what I know. I can get better every day, and I just need to push myself. I need to push myself more because I'm stronger than what I think I can be at sometimes. So that was the main lesson that I learned up there.
Okay, like that. Let's rewind the clock a little bit.
Bet.
Get all the way back to the very beginning.
Bet.
Tell the people out there as we rewind the clock. Go back to when were you born?
2002, May 25th. Wow.
I'm May 5th, 19.
For
You
real?
know, like 6 people with your birthday.
For real?
You're
You're-
included now.
You're May
Hey,
25th, you said?
25th, yep.
That's insane.
2002?
2, yep.
I'm May 5th, 1994. I am
real?
July
old.
20th, 2000. If you guys are.
20th.
Y'all 2,000 people, get
2,000
out of
If you want to
here.
give me a
2,000
birthday
babies, man.
gift, you want to give CA one,
It is
it's
coming
coming
up.
up.
It is coming up.
Dang, 2002. So
2002.
tell the people.
You act like you.
It makes. I'm 1994. Come on, I'm 30.
That's fine.
Yeah, you be all right.
So yeah, I'm
You don't
still.
look 30.
Nah, not
Thank
at
you.
all. I ain't
Appreciate
gonna lie.
that.
Yeah, for sure.
I just shaved the beard. So tell everybody where you're from and what life was like
Rep
growing
your
up.
city.
Yeah, Bowie. So I was born in Bowie, Maryland. My parents were both born in Sierra Leone, West Africa. And what it was like growing up there, you'd see the good and the bad. But me, I was born in the suburbs, a nice little city. But in Maryland, in general, you can see like a lot of bad things going on because it's so small, along with D.C. being a city right there, right close. But I grew up, my mom, she did her thing. She was really a single mother to me and my older brothers. Unfortunately, my pops passed away when I was in middle school. So my mom was really there the whole time doing her thing the whole way. She was at I can't even tell you if she missed any football, basketball, or track meets. Like, probably count on one hand growing up.
Wow.
And then my middle brother, he was in the same sports as me, football, basketball, and track. So we was all doing sports. And then my oldest brother, he had some mental disability, so he ended up going to the Special Olympics for swimming and basketball. He was doing this thing. We was a sports family. My mom loved sports ever since she came to America from Africa. And that's just what it was like growing up. It was just sports every weekend. We waking up early in the morning. I hear my mother yelling like, "We love football." Some type of chant she used to do every morning. It was funny, like, because I played, like, especially when I was younger, playing early games like at 8, 9 a.m. My mom waking us up on the singing and all that stuff. Like, it's football time. She loved coming out to support us all. So it was just like real football sports coming up a lot, and like family family time too. I have so many family members. It's crazy. They a part of this football too.
Your mom would sing to wake you.
I'm
you
telling
up?
you, like yelling top of her lungs downstairs. She getting the stuff together, putting all the football, the snacks together, and she's singing downstairs, just having fun. I'm telling you, me and my brother used to be so mad because we like, man, we got to play in a little bit. You doing all this? We trying to sleep.
Facts.
That's crazy.
Yeah, she sing real just joyful women all the time. I'm telling you, like them early games, she up early singing, singing, doing it all. It was funny though.
That's your girl, though.
For sure.
That's crazy.
So you went to DeMatha
Yep,
Catholic
yep.
High School.
DeMatha.
Yeah.
Shout out.
Yeah, shout out to Matthew for
Big
sure.
time.
Big
Bill
time.
McGregor, yep, it's crazy.
How has that high school done so much for you?
I feel like going to that all boys school and having the discipline just to be able to go to class, not worry about things like females, obviously, and just focus on football in class. It just helped me with that discipline, and then playing against the guys that I played against in practice and outside of practice, just I felt it helped me get me ready for this level. There's so many talented guys that I play with that's either on the Power 5 level still right now or in the NFL. So that shaped me to come be a better football player here because I came in thinking I didn't know what I was going to be like coming into the college level, but I just knew I had to put on weight. That was the number one thing. And then even in the classroom, I feel like that helped me a lot, just learning simple little things like how to take notes, how to listen to things. I feel like because that was a
Collegiate
prep school,
yeah.
exactly.
Wow.
So it was crazy in the classroom too,
Yeah,
real tough.
I
It was.
get it. I
I'm
get
telling
it,
you, 11th
yeah.
grade year was crazy.
Oh.
Junior year was the hardest year.
Yeah.
The worst year.
Yeah.
What was hard about it? What was so hard?
I don't know what the class is like. I don't know what it was.
Well, you do a lot of testing. in
Yeah, a
that
lot of testing, that one
process,
too. And
Yeah.
then just like the specific class, like I think I had a U.S. journal class or something. I was just different. The teachers were more tough. Like I don't know what it was. And then
Yeah.
I'll tell you what, COVID came that fourth quarter. And man, I did. GPA went from one way to I ain't gonna lie to you. COVID did it. COVID did it for me. Hey. Not COVID.
Dang. COVID just.
Yeah.
It really does stuff.
Yeah.
So-
I mean, go ahead.
No, just I went to all girls.
Yeah,
I went to all girls
exactly.
Catholic school,
That's
and
crazy.
I can feel the pain
telling
of
you.
that sophomore year. I'm like, man, I'm riding smooth.
Exactly.
Junior year, the books got harder.
That's what I'm saying.
The comprehension was always hard for me. Like reading, I was always a really slow reader, and so like I would be reading these paragraphs
Yep.
and like they'd be asking questions about the paragraphs,
Yep.
and I'd be like,
Nah,
I gotta
still
go back.
reading.
I gotta
Hold
go
on,
back
I
and
gotta
read
go
the whole
back.
thing.
Yeah.
I gotta read the whole thing
Yeah.
again.
Wait a minute,
I'm
man.
the
Wait a minute.
same way,
Yeah, I feel
yeah.
you. I feel you. Nah, yeah, that's
so
funny.
you played football, you ran track. Give it up for track.
Yeah.
And then basketball is like, actually, I went to the Junior Olympics. I wish I had the baton.
Me
I have a blue
too.
baton. I'm telling you. I got a blue baton that says what? Like Region 3, 4x1 Junior Olympic champion. Something like that.
Okay.
Okay.
It was crazy. But yeah, football, basketball, and track. Yeah.
So what made you decide to focus on football?
Man, track was one of the ones. I ain't gonna flow. Track practice was probably one of the ones. I ain't gonna lie. I'm running the 1, 2, and 4x1. I'm in practice running the 400, 300. I'm doing 5+ reps. I'm like, man, nah, I'm tired. I love the meet. Nah, I love the meets, but the practice,
That's
that
the
was
best
number one
part.
thing. Nah, I hated practice. Coach yelling, move around
Yeah.
the track. I'm like, bro, I don't feel like running. Like,
That's the
bro.
best part. You get
Nah.
extra reps. You work on. You get one chance at a meet.
Football, I don't know. I need to be able to do a move, make somebody
Yeah.
miss. I don't know. I just got to feel good. I'm running straight. People could be fast. It is what it is. But I just knew, like, when I came on the field, because track led into football season.
Yes.
Yeah, track led into football season. I'm like, man, because I get to, like, the later parts of the season
States
exactly,
and
and then
stuff
I'm
like
starting to lose. So I'm like, man, football coming up. Man, I can't wait for football to come up. My mom mad at me, yelling at me, because, like I said, she had every game, and she's real, like, probably my toughest supporter. She mad, telling me all through my ear. So I'm like, man, I'm not even trying to hear her. Football about to come up. I can't wait for football. But
Yeah. You did all 4 years of track?
not in high school. I stopped track in 7th grade.
Oh,
Yeah,
oh,
7th
okay.
grade. I
Stopped
track in
early.
Exactly.
You
I
stopped
stopped.
real early.
Yeah.
I started picking up just football in 8th grade? Yeah, 8th grade was straight football. Stopped basketball in 6th grade. Stopped track in 7th grade. Straight football after. Yeah.
How challenging was the football part at DeMatha, a really big time football school? You mentioned a little bit about it before we started recording, but how hard was the football at DeMatha?
Man, my freshman year, I remember we went to a college called Stevenson, and we was there doing fall camp. So I remember, like, we were first off the bus, we had practice. I swear we had like seven or 6 practices in like 3 days. It was crazy. Like Elijah Brooks, he's at Virginia Tech now. the way he tried to make practice was so crazy. And then the guys I'm going against, because my freshman year, that was the last time I was on scout team. So you know how scout team is. Scout team crazy. They really kind of don't care about you on scout team. And then you got the best you're going against the best players on the defense. They just coming down trying to hit you. So I'm like I said, I'm going against like DeMarco Helms, Nick Cross, and a whole bunch of other guys. It's like running through the whole. I'm seeing these guys. These guys is like, damn, these guys are real stars, like stars coming up. I'm like, damn, I got to run through them. But it got me better, though. I will say that. So playing against them guys in the practice, going out to practice every day, it was crazy. It was fun, though. It was fun. But, like, we had an NFL type a player who played in the NFL coaching us named Josh Wilson, played corner. So it was like getting the knowledge from him and a whole bunch of other coaches that coached years before was good, though, because they seen a whole bunch of great players years before. Yeah.
You had to deal with sitting behind.
Yeah.
You were not RB1, right?
No, not at all. I wasn't RB1. I was about to be my senior year, but yeah, my freshman year, it was Marshawn Lloyd, who's now with the Packers. He went to South Carolina and then USC. He was there all my years. I had to play behind him. I'm touching the ball probably like maybe even less than 10 times a game now that I'm thinking about it, but I just had to make the most of my carries. That's another thing. I learned to make the most of my carries because I was barely in the game in high school at running back. But it was still fun to be there because I still was getting touches and I still was having fun. I just loved playing football, and then I was playing defense too. But just being behind him, seeing him and what he do, I promise he was one of the most explosive players I've seen in person. He's so crazy. But like I said, he was a great player, and it was fun to be behind him. And my running back coach, I just trusted him, and he ended up getting me so many offers, even though I wasn't the man.
So how was the recruiting process coming out of high school?
The recruiting process was pretty good. I ended up having 16 offers. So, but they was like mid D1 and then mid D1 and low D1. My first one was from the University of Maryland, but I didn't want to stay home, and I think it was for safety. I didn't think it was for running back, honestly. So I'm like, man,
playing safety, okay.
Yeah, I'm like, man, I want to play running back though in the next level. But the recruiting process was real good. I had I think my first offer was after freshman year. And then it started picking up junior year. Junior year was when they really started rolling in. And I think Ohio.
Your senior year just cut
senior
short.
Just cut, yeah, exactly. Senior year got cut short. I had to commit, do something before my senior year. It was so funny. But yeah, Ohio came in at like the 6th offer, and then I wasn't. Who was I thinking about? What was crazy was I was thinking about going to another school first, but it was crazy, and then I ended up coming to Ohio. So it was good to make that decision.
when Ohio reached out to you, like, where you guys at?
Yeah,
like, I've never heard of y'all.
I'm like, Ohio, I don't know about Ohio. I'm like, nah, I'm not sure about Ohio. I'm probably never going to go out there. And then the time came.
So
Ohio.
when you visited, what stuck out to you about it?
You know, it was crazy. I didn't even get to visit.
I was about to say,
they gave me a virtual. Yeah, they gave me a virtual visit. But honestly, Coach
virtual
Albin,
tour campus.
Virtual tour, exactly. Honestly, the thing that stuck with Coach Albin, I'm not gonna lie, he was just a good guy. Like, he's sending me video. He on his phone sending me videos in practice. Like, what's up, buddy? We in practice. Like, yeah, I know Coach Albin.
Yeah.
Coach Albin was so funny. He was a funny guy. And then I saw how they was able to run the ball the past year. So all that played a part for sure. But yeah, it was a great decision.
Yeah, big time performance. Your freshman year, 2022 MAC Freshman of the Year, over 1,000 yards. I mean, the transition from high school to college, it was easy for you, or was it harder than we think?
Honestly, I feel like it was probably harder than you guys think. Because honestly, I was just out there playing my game of football. Like, I don't know, it was just fun. I'm just on the sideline. Because I remember even fall camp and just fall camp building me up. I'm playing against guys like Bryce Houston, Keith Thompson, and I'm doing pretty well. So it was just fun. Honestly, what would probably be the hardest part of this transition? I couldn't even.
Well, you came in 2021 was your first year, but you didn't play a lot. 2021.
Yeah. I played my 4 games.
Yeah.
And then, exactly. So
the 2022 season.
So it was like, me really getting into myself and all that, really understanding things. But
wow.
Even in 2021, it wasn't no real tough, if I'm thinking right, things that were tough, the tough transition from high school to college.
Maybe it's honestly probably, if it wasn't tough with football, probably
it was probably tough with school, honestly. Yeah.
Man.
So what do you like to do off of football, outside of football?
Play the game, honestly. You know what's crazy? For the first time, I just got the baseball game, MLB 25. I've never played that game. I'm seeing it on YouTube, and I'm like, man, I might as well get this game, play some fun for fun. I usually play like 2K or Call of Duty or something, but on the game, yeah.
So you now like MLB?
I mean, it's
Okay.
fun. I ain't gonna lie, it's fun. I never played
I've
it
been
before.
hearing a lot of people getting that in soccer too.
Soccer, FIFA, yeah.
I got to
Probably.
get on the video games
Yeah,
in
you
general.
might got to. I'm telling you, you might
I
got
don't
to
play video
something.
games. I downright
be
don't. I
chilling.
don't have a video game
You
console.
never, but you
me
never
as a
played
kid.
one.
As
No,
a
I was about to
kid.
say you had to
Switch.
As a kid, I
What you
played NFL Street.
Okay. Okay. Now I know something
I
about
played
that.
Yeah.
But you played the
NBA
game?
Slam. Yeah.
Slam? Okay. I think I know
I'm
what you're
back.
talking
I'm
about.
old though. You know.
I think
Come
I
on.
feel like I still know what you're
My-
talking
You're,
about.
you're
You
old.
feel? She talking about she
Old
old.
soul. My prime player that I use on every game, my brother can attest, is Ben Wallace.
Ben
Don't know
Wallace?
why.
I love Ben Wallace.
Nah, Ben Wallace
I
was pretty
love
good. He was
Big
a pretty
Ben.
good player.
He was
good
a
player.
rough rider. He was a big rebounder.
Exactly. He was a big
But I
rebounder.
was a big
tough.
Ben Wallace fan.
Yeah.
But
Yeah. That
you,
that
you
0- that
got-
04
you
Pistons.
give me like a Nintendo Switch type of guy.
Yeah.
Nintendo Switch? No, never had. I had a Nintendo 64.
64. Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you have
I wouldn't know.
Atari?
No,
Ugh.
Did
come
you
on,
have
man.
the little GameCube?
Yeah.
I didn't.
game-
I didn't have a game. I had a PS2. I had a
okay,
PS2.
okay.
I had a
okay.
PSP.
I did have a PSP. I did
Yeah.
have, and a Vita. I had a Vita too.
But yeah,
PSP, I was
played
all 2K.
Madden and NFL Street and
NFL Street
yeah.
was a fun game. I'm
The-
not gonna lie.
How does it feel that when you got that? I play you
Oh,
on. That's crazy.
Yeah, that was when
yeah.
that you're talking about when that
Somebody
one person
said
came up to you.
Yeah.
I mean, that was crazy, but it was like people were doing it before. Like my cousin, I didn't even like, all the players got a code to play the game for free and all that. I gave it to my cousin. He played it. He got the game for free. I paid for the game. It was just like they've been playing. It was fun. It's just fun to hear. Honestly, it's great to hear because I've never been like a cocky guy. Like I'm above a person. So it's like these fans keep, like I said, these fans keep me going. It's just something that I love to hear. Honestly,
Yeah.
That
it's
was
just
super
love.
cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's been cool hearing about your journey and like starting in Bowie, and you said your parents are both from West Africa.
Yeah, Sierra Leone, West Africa, yo.
Have you ever been out there? Or?
I got to when I get out of college. I haven't been there yet.
Okay.
Got to.
You're
Yeah.
gonna take
Yeah.
your brothers. with
So
you?
I got to take
And
both.
your
Oh,
mom?
yeah, exactly. We just got to go on a family vacation.
Yeah.
Something, yeah. Got to.
So thinking about your journey just as a whole, what do you feel like you've learned the most about yourself through your football journey and beyond?
I feel like it was kind of honestly, like I said before at Minnesota, like I'm stronger than what I think I am. Like I hold back a lot. I just like I like to be a chill person a lot. It's like sometimes I can come out of that shell and talk more and just be more conversational, just be more outgoing person. That's what I can do. That's what I
Yeah.
learned more about myself instead of like because usually I'm chilling, I'm on the bike. I really don't like talking to people sometimes. I'm not gonna lie to
Yeah.
you, but I learned that I can actually talk and have conversations with people easily. It don't matter who it is.
Well, I think that's so important because there are a lot of scenarios, and you can put yourself in different environments and not feel like you can fully be yourself.
Exactly.
And I've battled with that as well. And so when you're in an environment where you feel like you can fully be yourself, that makes you so much more like impactful.
It definitely does. I'm telling
And I
you.
feel like you putting yourself in that situation of going through the portal twice
Yeah.
really
Yeah.
does help, not
Yeah.
just in the football aspect, but just the life
I'm
aspect
telling you,
as well.
because jumping in that portal is not a game to play with. It gets so serious in that portal. A lot of people think, "Oh, I'm gonna get in the portal. I'm gonna get schooled as soon as I get in the portal." No, like
The waiting game.
you feel me? It's the waiting game because it's over like 3,000, 4,000 players in the portal. Like even when Minnesota got on me pretty quick when I first got in the portal from Ohio. But even then, like when I got in the portal after I left Minnesota, I'm like, man, I don't know now because I didn't play. I didn't play last
Yeah.
season. So like, I'm about to get in this portal. Even though I knew I was gonna get in the portal, I'm like, I don't know what's about to happen. I don't know what's next. I'm hoping Ohio's still there, and I'm hoping that these schools that were kind of looking at me might still be there. But I don't know. So it was good to just even get in that portal and just take that leap, be scared for a little bit, and then get over it. But yeah.
That's good.
How quickly did Ohio cross your mind in the portal to come back?
Honestly, when I was watching the championship game, honestly, like even before the season was over, I'm gonna be real. Like I'm thinking about all types of options. It was
Yeah.
crazy. I'm thinking about everything going back to Ohio. Like, man, would I really want to go back to Ohio? Like, I don't know yet. And then other schools, obviously, but yeah, it was probably like during the season. I can't lie.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's- what are you seeking to challenge yourself with the most now that you're back here from a football standpoint and just like a person standpoint now that you're back?
Going out and doing things like just talking to people more and going out and being a part of things I'm trying to be. But I love being in that house, but just going out and talking to people more for sure. Just putting myself out there more and focus a little bit more outside of football because it's just all in my head. Football. Like that's almost the only reason I leave the house sometimes is go play football, go work out, go do something. So just put myself out there more, go talk to people more, and just do things like on the business side and things like that.
Yeah.
What advice would you give to? And then we can get into. What advice would you give to athletes that are in that mode right now? Of, I don't know where I'm going, and what do I do?
Honestly, see me, I talk to God. That's the number one thing. Talk to God for sure, and then just keep working. Like the number thing is obviously don't give up. Like just keep working. See where God is gonna want you. Look for signs, but number one thing is keep working. Don't stop no matter what. And it don't matter what somebody say to you. I'm telling you, like at Minnesota, when somebody say you not good, this and that, like don't listen to that. Just keep working. That's the number one thing. Keep working and see where everything falls into place. That's the number one thing.
Good. Love that.
I'm speechless right now. Got just
chills?
Just incredible stuff. Your path and everything like that.
Crazy.
Before we get into off the tracks, the belief factor and the mindset and the mentality. At what point did you sort of sharpen that the most during your journey? Was it someone that helped you, or just you having a conversation with yourself? When did it start to sharpen?
I feel like it had to be somewhere getting close to high school, because I knew even going to the math, I knew I was going to have to. I knew I wanted to go to the NFL, so that's why I went to the math. But honestly, that mindset, I really feel like it came from my mom. Seeing her get up every day and go to work. She's a nurse, 7 to 7, so she at work all day. It's just me and my brothers at the house. But just seeing her even be able to get up every day, she's been doing it since longer than I was born. So I'm going to the job with her. I'm seeing how she take care of people and all that. I'm seeing her work. I'm seeing her feet swell up. I'm seeing her coming home tired, going straight to sleep on the couch. Like, just seeing how hard she works made me like, man, I got to do something for her. I got to make her retire. I got to just go out and work every day. It don't matter what time I go to sleep, what time I wake up, just get up and work. Like, it don't matter how tired I am, get out of that bed and go work. My mom, for sure.
That single-parent household, because your dad unfortunately passed.
Yeah, unfortunately, for sure.
But, man, shout out to Mom. Shout out to Mom.
She did her thing.
Doing her thing.
I'm telling you, still doing her thing.
Yeah, we love that. We love that. All right, so little off the tracks here. Yeah. Let's get it. Let's go. Off the tracks, baby.
Bet.
You kind of heard a little bit about this before with the last episode. So you got an inside scoop. Do you have a unique app on your phone that you like to share with us?
A unique app? See, I don't got no. I got a game that's still downloaded. It's called Brawl Stars. I don't know if people heard of that. My friends put me onto it in Minnesota. It's a little like, I don't know. It's a little fighting game. It's fun though. It's probably, other than that, I can't think of it off the top of my head.
Doodle Jump? Anyone play Doodle Jump?
I've heard of that. I feel like I heard of that, though.
It's just where you try to hop higher and higher.
I think I've heard of that. I'm telling you.
Yeah, I've heard of it. Yeah. I played it before.
You don't like it?
Like 10 years
ago.
She
don't like it. She talking
10 years ago?
Yeah, that's
You had a phone 10 years ago?
I had an iPad. Our high school.
When did y'all get your first phones?
I had a flip phone in 9th grade.
I didn't get my iPhone or touchscreen.
I was about to say,
yeah,
no touchscreen. Yeah, no touchscreen phone till I had it in 6th grade.
But that was also iPod, and you had to be connected to the Wi-Fi.
I low key miss my flip phone. Just being able to flip it.
I had like a slide phone. I don't know. 3rd grade was the first year I got a phone.
You had a phone in 3rd grade.
I'm telling you, and it had a battery in the back. I used to lose the batteries.
I had a SafeNet in 5th grade. It was like this big. And you could only
no apps on these phones.
No
apps.
It was minutes. You only could have several minutes.
Yeah.
You had to buy the card.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
Exactly.
What's the next one? What do you got off the track?
See into the future or change the past.
I got to be able to see into the future. The past already happened.
There you go.
Yeah.
Got to be able to see into that future.
What song is on repeat right now for you?
I don't know if y'all ever heard of Hot Boy.
No.
Yeah, Hot Boy. It's called Z with that Z.
Z with I Z.
Z with that Z.
Is it recent or?
It's real recent, like probably 2-3 weeks. 2-3 weeks. Oh yeah.
Okay. So how does it go? Just like.
Yeah.
You can't Z with that Z. I'm a big boy. Something like that. Hey.
Okay.
Go to karaoke song.
Go to karaoke. It's gonna have to be a young boy song.
Okay.
Or no. Let me say No Cap, Very Special.
Okay.
No Cap, Very Special.
And do you need the lyrics in front of you?
I might, just to
okay.
get me started,
All right, yeah,
You
that's
feel
the
me?
thing.
You
That's
I
feel
feel like with karaoke, I do need the lyrics.
I need them to get me
but,
started, and then they might could fade off because I might when I
Yeah.
start to remember. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I just got to see it first.
Like there was one time I literally, and it was during COVID, I had nothing to do, and I legitimately memorized the
I'm
entire
telling you, yeah,
verse of,
just in case, yeah.
of Damian Lillard's
Just for fun, ain't it?
song.
Just for
Goat-
fun.
He
you
might
know-
be coming back
Exactly.
out.
You know
with
the
some
song
stuff.
might.
Goat Spirit by Damian Lillard?
I might have heard it. I just never know the song.
I
Go
literally
ahead.
like spent like an hour just trying to memorize it. So I might be able to do that one.
You might one day
but-
for sure.
All right. Who is your favorite running back of all time?
Got me. Oh.
It's probably gonna be Adrian Peterson.
Oh,
I can't lie.
AP.
But I do like the old backs in the day, like Eric Dickerson and all that. Barry Sanders real good, but I'm more back towards how I run. So Adrian Peterson, Derrick Henry, maybe.
That's
You feel
exactly
me?
what I
Yeah.
say every time
Trey
I watch
Tyus,
CA.
Trey, yeah, I talked to him.
He runs like
Yep.
I
He,
say
Derrick Henry.
he a real
CA
good back.
Is,
Yeah.
Derrick Henry 2.0.
you said you did talk to
Yeah, I
Trey a
did
little
on
bit?
Saturday at one of our practices, and then during his combine for sure. Yeah, I talked to him a little bit for sure. It was good to
Nice.
talk to him. Yep. Talked to me about we both talked about the Big Ten, obviously a little
was
bit
here?
here and there. Yeah,
Trey, he was here for Pro Day.
yeah, and
Oh,
then,
wow.
Yeah.
He got here a couple days early enough for pro day. Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
So
yeah,
you that same type of mindset with you as a running back.
for sure.
That's cool. You're up.
Dinner with one celebrity.
That's crazy. I just asked about running back. It was gonna have to be Saquon or Derek and just pick their mind about where they came from too, and like what's the difference between college and NFL, just things like that. Probably pick their brain, Derrick Henry or Saquon right now.
You're stuck on an island with nobody. What's the one item you would bring?
One item I would bring. Damn.
One thing.
Let me see. Cause I can't. No, I wouldn't bring no phone.
Good job.
I
Good
couldn't
job.
bring no- 'cause
Good
I'm on an
job.
island. I couldn't bring no phone. Damn. So I'm just on maybe like a basket or something. Like a basket that can hold some water or something.
I said a bucket.
Maybe a big enough basket to get in to
You
like
feel me?
float
Float
away.
away.
Something,
Go somewhere
do
else.
something. Yeah, do something.
I
Exactly.
said a
something.
bucket.
With nothing regular. Yeah, nothing. Just something that'll be able to help me on that island.
Yes. Good job.
Maybe like
A
a
raft.
hot air balloon to get in and go away.
Okay. Yeah.
You need the fire to.
Although
What you got to do? Yeah.
We said stuck,
I
and
was
so
gonna say.
Yeah, you're stuck.
all right, T.
Would you rather know what everyone thinks about you or everyone knows what you think of them?
What everyone thinks about me. Well, I mean, know what everyone thinks about me because they don't need to know what I think.
So,
It might be a little crazy.
but so like,
Go ahead.
I've always had I sometimes like am worried about what other people think of me in
Yeah.
terms of just like performance and
Yeah.
like you hear all this stuff on
Yeah,
social
for
media and
sure,
try to
for
block that
sure.
out. Like,
Yeah.
how do you approach like ignoring the noise if you are saying that you are fine hearing what everyone thinks about you? How do you approach that?
I feel honestly, it's just like I don't know. It's just like an attitude thing. Like I'ma still do me. You still gonna do what you do. Y'all can't stop me from doing what I do. I'm not gonna stop you guys from doing what you do. I'm worried about myself. Everybody gonna have an opinion. I'm just gonna keep going on about my day. Like just after games, I'm looking on Twitter on some funny stuff. I remember like a Ball State game. Like one guy was like, Bangura so trash. We should have had more points than that. I'm just laughing because like it's like you're honestly kind of on a fake page. That's another thing too. People talk behind fake pages, but it's like I'm gonna do me. You're gonna do you, and you just
they
I'm
can't
just live
do
my
what
life.
you're doing.
Exactly.
And
That's-
turn to your support system too.
Exactly.
Like
Yeah.
that's everything.
Exactly.
Give me 3 words that best describe you.
I bet. Loyal. I don't wanna. I could use fun because I do like to laugh, but it's like you got to bring it out of me. I really got to know you. You see what I'm saying? I really got to know you. Fun and what's it called? Self motivated.
Okay. That's we're giving that to you. That's a hyphenated word.
Yeah, I was about to say that.
That
Is hyphenated word. That ain't gonna self motivated is. Yeah.
And then one superpower. What superpower would you pick?
One is gonna be between invincibility and teleporting. I'm gonna go teleporting.
I like that. We've had people come on here and say teleport.
Yeah, I would teleport. I
Right.
would go on in a heartbeat.
That's
You'd
what
never
I'm
see
saying.
me here.
That's what I'm saying. I'm gone once you see me.
Well, Sieh, really appreciate you coming on, man.
It's fun to be on for sure.
Yeah.
Appreciate you guys having me.
Yeah. Any
Yes.
final words to the people out there?
For the fans out there, we love y'all. Come support this season. It's gonna be a good one.
Yeah. And keep putting that work in right now.
Yeah.
Got to right
Yeah.
now.
Grind
Got to.
starts
We
now.
gonna
Spring
be grinding.
ball.
Exactly. We in practice 3, practice 4 tomorrow. Man, we gonna be good.
Keep putting that work in, Sieh,
Got to.
and much love, man. Thanks
Once
for
again,
coming on.
appreciate you for having me. Yep.
Last but not least, ladies and gentlemen, we head over to the fairway, the putting green, anything related to golf. We got Saylor Wharff in the building.
Woo!
Final guest on the show, Saylor. Welcome.
Thank you. Thank you guys for having me.
Yeah, excited to have you here and dive into a little bit of your journey. Did you get out on the golf course this week yet?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah?
We had qualifiers this past weekend. We went to ACC, 10 minutes up the road. We went to Lancaster. Kind of went everywhere.
Making
good.
things happen.
Yeah.
How did it feel?
Could be better, but it's okay.
Still working.
You know, yeah, still working at it.
Yeah. Golf is a mental game.
Oh, for sure.
I mean, it is.
For
It's,
sure.
it's mental and physical, but I know when I hit a driver and it goes and I slice it far right, I gotta quickly adjust and get back into
Yeah.
the
The mode.
locked in. So, Saylor, tell everybody out there where you're from and you know what it was like growing up where you grew up.
Yeah, so I'm from Marietta, Ohio, a little small town across the river, about 45 minutes from campus here. And not that big of a population. I don't know, I married a high school, like 200 students maybe. Yeah, not that much at all. And yeah, that's basically it.
So what got you into golfing?
Oh man, that's a big question. My brother and my dad got my brother in first, and we just go out to the driving range, and then they got me out there, and basketball was actually like my main sport for the longest time. I just stopped playing like last year or whatever, but I just kind of got into it, and then sophomore year, kind of transitioned over to golf, and I just loved it ever since. And, you know, I kind of had to pick between, like, freshman, sophomore year, I had to pick between, you know, do I want to pursue golf or basketball? And I picked golf, so.
Besides the fact that you're really good at golf, what was the reasoning was like picking golf, not basketball?
I would say because golf actually, like, got me through a lot of things in life. I say it's like a very calming sport, even though it's very mental. I feel like basketball is just like a lot, like going. And I love being outside. That's one of my favorite things. It's just like enjoying nature, enjoying so many things. And I feel like golf has taught me the little things and big things in life, just from the struggles of mentally, like, getting over your, like, slumps of, like, playing bad consecutive days in a row, which I feel like basketball, like, you can, like, bounce back with, like, your teammates because your teammates kind of got your back. And, you know, if you airball, you can make the next one, whatever. But in bad day of golf, you have a bad day of golf.
Yeah.
So I feel like it just has taught me, like, so much. And, yeah, I don't know.
Wow. That's crazy. I mean, golf is a calming sport. I like how you said the word calming, because you are a part of a team, but for the most part in competition, you are kind of like isolated out there, alone for the most part. Your coaches sometimes will get a chance to come up to you and things like that, but you are alone during that majority of the 18 holes. What are your conversations like in your head when you play around the golf? Like,
I actually speak out loud to myself. Some people make fun of me for that, but
do you?
Yeah, I got to.
Yeah.
I got to speak out loud to myself. I just kind of, like, you know, if I'm into the wind and I'm like, okay, Saylor, like, you got to club up 2 clubs, wind going left or right, you're like 155 out, you know, like, that's the type of stuff I have to, like, you know, because I really need reassurance. You know, you don't get a caddy, you don't get any of that. So I just, like, talk my way through that way, and that's why I love when Coach comes up to me, because she's she's very, we kind of have like the same like mentality. So like it's really easy like to talk to her and stuff like that when she comes up to me, and she kind of knows where I'm coming from. She helps me a lot.
That's great. Any other like interests outside of sports growing up, or were you like a sports kid through and through in Marietta, Ohio?
I feel like definitely a sports kid.
Yeah.
Yeah, I played basketball, golf, soccer, softball. Definitely, obviously, just stuck with basketball and golf. But yeah, basically it.
And you were a leader in high school, Captain Saylor, captain in both basketball and golf.
Yep.
As a sophomore, for one of those.
Sophomore for golf.
Yeah.
I believe junior for basketball.
Okay.
Yeah.
Why do you think you were able to like step into a role like that in high school?
I feel like I'm just like a loud person. I have a loud personality, so like I'm just very like vocal to my teammates, and I definitely want what's best for everybody. And I always just, I don't see the point of playing a sport if you don't want to win, and just be the best player you can be. And I try to, preach that to my teammates and everybody. So
Is that how you relate to your teammates now at Ohio?
Yeah. We definitely all have like the same like mentality for sure. Like, yeah.
So how was the recruiting process when finding Ohio?
Yeah. Well, that was actually difficult for me because I was really late in the recruiting process. So I don't know. The end of junior year, I kind of started, maybe mid-junior year. I was like, for sure, like, okay, I want to go for golf. I just didn't know kind of what division. And luckily, Coach O, I got her to respond and all of that. But I didn't have that many, like, offers or, like, it wasn't, like, that crazy as I hear, like, some of my teammates' stories. I don't know. I kind of was like a one-hit wonder. I kind of think of it like that because, like, coming from little small Marietta, Ohio, nobody really knows of that place, So it's pretty cool to look back at, like, how I'm here now and living out my dream, to be honest.
Yeah, that's great.
Was there ever, like, I'd imagine since you weren't getting a lot of offers, like, were you a little uncertain about, like,
for sure.
playing golf at the next level in high school?
Yeah. I was unsure. I would, like, go to my parents. I'm like, man, I'm sending out so many emails. Like, nobody's responding to me. And I was just so nervous. Like, I tried to get my high school coaches involved. They were kind of new to the system. They didn't know really, like, how to do that, like, what to do. Nobody was really experienced. So, it was just really, like, in the unknown of, like, everything. So
That's
Scary.
definitely, yeah. But you're here. You made it. You're at Ohio University. And what has the experience been like so far? What have you learned the most?
Team chemistry. I didn't really have a team back in high school for golf. We, like, 5 girls, the max, like, every year. And we weren't all that close. I was kind of always older than them. And they weren't, like, at my level, I guess. And they didn't, like, they just played golf for, like, the skirts or, like, they didn't really, like, was like, I'm going to go play in college or I'm going to be the best at this. Like, they all had other sports. And definitely, like, being a team and how important it is to, like, the team culture is just huge here. And the first time I've ever felt, like loved as a whole, like, as a family with coach and all of us. So.
Can you share, like, an example of like how you've felt the love from the team, like whether it's a team bonding activity or something that you all do where you were like, man, I feel like I'm in the right place and I'm on the team?
We went to, I think Morgan mentioned this, we did a team bonding trip at the beginning of the year to Cincinnati. And we did qualifying or whatever, but Coach got us this big, like, Airbnb, and all 10 of us were in there, and we really just had to get to know each other no matter what. And rooming with each other and not really knowing each other. And I got pretty comfortable pretty quick. So, yeah, that's definitely one of the moments I felt like I'm at the right place.
Good. That's really good to have that, besides the fact that you're not just a team because of, you're representing Ohio, but you're also a team because, you're just getting close with people that you could see being a part of your life for the rest of your life, type of thing. So I love hearing that because, also you don't hear, like, you have probably the smallest team on campus with collectively. Yeah. So having team chemistry is even closer, I guess, because you guys, it's like 10 of you guys, like, right?
Yeah, that's 10.
Yeah, being around each other. And I love the team trip that you just share, where you can kind of break the ice with everybody and just, like, get to know each other. And I think there's layers to relationship building, and that comes with time, right? So the more time, I feel like, you feel like the relationships with your teammates and the program is those layers are increasing.
Yeah, for sure.
Is that right?
Yeah, it is. From what I've heard from a couple of the girls, it's just on the uprise. Like, our team chemistry is just going up and up and up, and we're getting more girls that, I don't know, are kind of alike, and we all, come together and gel well together. So
Yeah.
Good.
You all have the 2 indoor little facilities, the putting green and the golf simulator. I've been over there. It's a cool sort of getaway when it's not golf weather. What's not golf weather in your eyes?
Yeah, we just played qualifiers this past weekend, like 40-degree weather that felt like 20 because of the wind and everything. We were covered up, completely covered up.
So what temperature are you like? I don't want to go outside and play golf. 25.
Yeah, like
30.
20, like 15, like even higher than that.
Yeah.
Sometimes I have no choice, though.
Yeah, but you do have the great access to go into those facilities, the putting green and the golf simulator.
For sure.
What have you taken away the most from those 2 areas that have helped you with your game?
I would just say all the stats you can do in there and how, all the courses you can play and the competitions. Like, Coach has us playing competitions against each other all the time. And just going in there, like, personally, my favorite thing is when you can, like, split the screen in half. You see, like, the distance, but then you can also see the club, because I'm, like, a visual learner. I got to see, like, how I'm hitting the club, the ball to the club face. And if it's close, if it's shot, if I'm hitting off the heel, hitting off the toe, like, it shows everything, club speed, your distance, and, like, everything. So it's pretty cool, like, what an inside, like, machine can do.
Yeah. What's the best part of your golf game right now, do you think?
Chipping and putting. Man. Short game for sure.
So you got the touch.
Yeah.
Whenever I try to chip, I don't know how hard to.
You always say that.
Chipping?
You said that twice.
With chipping? Yeah. Well, because it's now that you said that you're really good at it, I want to know, like, how do you have a good feel for it? Because when I hit a drive or just a regular 5-iron, and like it's a regular full swing, whereas chipping is you got to have that touch. Right, how much do you bring the club back? How hard do you swing the club through? Like, you got to give it to us. Give us the insight.
It's funny because a couple of my teammates have asked me, like, how are you, like, that good at chipping? How do you have that feel? And it's like, I literally cannot even tell you how I do. Like, it's not like any technique, because I feel like short game is such feel that you just got to practice it and practice it and practice it. Because
repetition.
Yeah, repetition. Yeah, I just take balls out and just chip all day, and I just love it. I don't know. It's my favorite part of my game for sure.
So what is something that you struggled with prior to coming into college and now you feel like you're getting better at?
I would say, like, being comfortable with the team. Because when we did the tour, like, when Coach took us around, whatever, I got to meet them all. And with all 10 of them, like, coming at me, like, introducing themselves and everything, coming at me, it was very overwhelming. And then when I got here, the same thing. They're just like, do you want to do this? Do you want to do that? Like, yeah, but, like, I'm just a little bitty freshman. But, yeah, no, I've gotten very comfortable over the time. And, now it's just, they're all definitely in my life forever.
And it is hard as a freshman coming in, knowing that you were looked at as the person to invite people in, and now you have to be quote unquote invited, but also how they gonna like my personality, like that type
because
of thing.
like you're on a team and they gotta like you, like you're gonna be in hotels in the same van.
You gotta be you. You gotta be able to be your authentic self.
Yeah, no, it's tough.
Yeah, that is definitely a tough thing to have.
Yeah, it is. It is. So on the classroom front, on the academic side, what are you studying?
Digital media arts production.
Hey, so what do you think of this setup right here? Is it good? What
Oh,
do we
yeah.
need to fix? You're into this.
Yes.
So
yes,
far,
yes,
What do you
yes.
think of this?
I love it. It's super cool.
Top notch.
Very like professional. Like
Top notch.
So why did you choose that as a major?
It's just what I've always been interested in. My dad is in this area of media. He does broadcasting, and so I've just grown up speaking into a mic, being in front of the camera, all that type of stuff. And I actually have my own YouTube channel.
Hey, okay.
What's it called?
Okay.
I just love vlogging. I love just like being like, "What's up, my dogs?" That's what I call like my fans, quote unquote.
We gotta check out the YouTube
My
channon.
dog.
Wow.
Love
Okay.
Not
that.
that many subscribers. But
Well,
When'd
We're
you
about to be.
well, you're gonna get 2 more.
Yeah.
When did you start that YouTube channel?
like 4 or 5 years ago.
Wow,
Okay.
you're like
Yeah.
solid into it.
Do you-
Yeah.
COVID.
Oh,
hit
yeah,
you.
yeah.
Oh, it was
For
COVID.
sure, yeah.
You're consistent with the content, or
Yeah, I would say it really slowed down once I got here, but I've got some golf stuff out there, and because golf and classes slowed it down, but I try to keep up with it as much as I can.
What editing do you use? Like what app?
Filmora.
For more? Oh, okay.
Filmora.
You
Interesting.
don't like CapCut?
Oh no.
Adobe Premiere?
I mean, it's okay, but
Nope.
well, that's what we got to use in
Yeah.
classes at
Adobe.
Saylor,
Shout out to Adobe.
yeah, that's what I use. What type of content? You said golf content on your YouTube channel. What does it entail?
I'll do like pranks, challenges, vlogs. But now, I'm gonna try to do more golf content with like my team and Jared, our strength and conditioning trainer. He wants me to bring my camera in and kind of like vlog and show everybody what we do.
Yeah.
Azar?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Shout
when
out
we're
to Big
lifting.
Body.
If you're watching.
He's so funny.
Big Body. That's my guy.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's awesome. That's
Cool to hear. You're gonna get some subscribers.
I hope.
Bobcat.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm
Bobcat
subscribed
tracks.
to you guys.
Appreciate
I
that.
just have a reel up. That's about it.
We appreciate that.
Yes.
So what are some things that you're learning in your classes related to like digital media or production?
Yeah, just editing, doing projects, the deadline is very important, I feel like, in media. And right now we're working on lighting, different lighting, different moods. So yeah, it's pretty cool.
Great.
Lighting is that's a big part. Editing, all that stuff. Do you have a favorite thing about it? Is it the editing? Is it the actual creation of like
Storytelling.
what's up, y'all? Or what's up, dogs?
Yeah,
I'm vlogging.
that part and editing. Because like once I like vlog or whatever video I'm making, once I get to the editing, I enjoy editing.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
like, oh yeah.
Especially when like you created like really unique and creative content. Like
Yeah.
that's what, at least when I do content, I'm like, it needs to be different. It needs to be creative. And then once I get that, I feel like that's the hard part to kind of just push through or at least for me, the dialogue of this is new or different. How are people going to perceive it? Let me film it.
Right.
And then when I get to the back end, like I got it accomplished. Now the edit part's fun and relaxing because I'm in control of
You
where
know
to
what
put
you
it.
want. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Fun.
That's really that's super super cool.
We
So
love hearing scripts.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. She's
Yeah.
a
Yeah.
scripts girl.
that's awesome.
Got to stick with them.
Yeah, no, great program, and so you see yourself in the future, kind of being in front of the camera or behind the camera, a little bit of both.
Yeah, a
in
little
some
bit of both,
capacity.
for sure.
Maybe a
Yeah.
golf analyst.
True.
Maybe I feel like
True.
you like on a broadcast, like she's got a 4-footer from left to right.
Yeah, they do talk
Yeah,
super soft.
really soft.
Couldn't be me.
Yeah, give
Couldn't be
what can you give us a analysis on a? She's got this.
I
gosh.
can't do it. It
I
gives
don't
me
know if I'll be
the
good
golf,
at
the
that.
golf
ASMR.
announcing is
It gives me
Yeah,
ASMR vibes.
Yeah.
yeah. I love like the natural sound of.
I know, but I just can't do it. I'm like,
Yeah.
oh, hit it in the hole, please. Go. Yeah, you like ASMRs?
Sometimes, yeah. For golf, like when you
like
hear the
talk too
sound
soft.
of like of the mower like cutting. I don't know.
Or the ball, or the
Yeah.
club hitting the ball.
Yeah.
That
Yeah, I
Yeah.
do like that.
Yeah.
yeah, I do
Yeah.
like that.
What's on back on the golf front, real quick? What's been like your favorite round of golf so far at Ohio, or coolest like golfing experience that you've done while you've been here so far? I know you're only a freshman, but
Yeah. Definitely in the fall, we went to Catawba Island up near like Lake Erie. Was definitely my best round, like 3 rounds, I guess, my best tournament. Super cool. It was right on the water. It was kind of windy, but I think we got some nice days out of it. We I got to drone some stuff, which is super cool, like at our hotel, like on the water.
you got a drone.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Wow, so you can.
You're in it.
You're like certified.
Yeah.
You're like certified to fly a
Yeah.
drone, and
Yeah.
that's sweet.
Yeah.
Wow.
But super
We
cool
may need
hotel.
to use you to capture some of that.
Recruiting her, Coach O.
No, I will. I'll
Yeah.
help you guys out.
You guys hear it first. We are taking Saylor, and she's coming on our ship.
So yeah, you used you capture footage on a drone.
Yeah. Yep.
Okay.
Transfer it to YouTube.
We'll talk to you later.
Do a
Yeah.
little montage,
That's cool.
voiceover.
We'll talk to you later.
Dang, that is so
We'll
cool.
get your information later.
Yeah.
That is so awesome. Always wanted a drone.
It's hype,
Oh.
guys.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's super cool.
Yeah, it is. It's amazing. Before we get into off the tracks, you got anything else?
I had something, but
Yeah?
I don't have it.
Well,
anymore.
I was just curious because like we've had some underclassmen on here, like freshmen and or sophomores, and it's like you got this college journey in front of you. What are like the top 2 things that you want to seek out and learn the most, or challenge yourself with the most?
I would just say getting my, related to golf, getting my average score just way lower than what it is. And a big thing is to win the MAC as a team, you know. I think that's like everybody's dream. It should be everybody's dream when we're coming in here. I think it's just capable, very capable. Any day, I feel like, you know, this team could have a bad, tournament, a bad round. So it's anybody's trophy for the taking. But yeah, definitely just get my average lower and lower each year and try to be the best teammate I can be. And then school-wise, just take class by class and, see where it leads me. I know God has a plan for me, so I trust that.
Yeah. And how about your growth as a person? Like, where are you trying to grow the most from a personality standpoint?
I would say, team aspect, to be more of a leader. We have good leaders on the team right now. But to fill their shoes and be comfortable with, okay, yeah, I might be a sophomore next year, but maybe I can, be more of a leader that way. And, yeah.
Love that.
Impact.
Impact.
Yeah.
Impact is everything.
There we go.
Period.
On the dot.
All right, off the tracks. Wrap things up. These are off the tracks. Drum roll. These are rapid fire questions, but you don't have to answer in a specific amount of time. You can take your time because they're coming at you.
Okay.
And you don't know what's coming. So we will start with, what song is on repeat right now for you?
Oh, Show Me Love. Me and Anna Kosha, shout out to Anna Kosha. She's a sophomore here on the golf team. Show Me Love by, I think it's Bees and Honey. It's okay. It's weird, but no, it's a vibe. It's like a beach vibe type song.
I'm a
It's
music
like-
girl.
What did you say it was
I don't
called?
think any
It's
song's
called Show
weird
Me
other
Love.
than,
I don't know the artist. but-
Screamo. I don't listen to that.
Show Me Love by...
Yeah.
That's your okay.
Yeah.
I like it.
Okay.
Okay, so
That
what's your
vibe,
go-to karaoke song?
Gosh, I don't know if I have one.
What's a song that we say, hey, let's do karaoke right now? First song you pick.
Maybe like a Morgan Wallen song. So I like all different types of
Me too.
music.
Me too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Morgan Wallen, single than she was. Is that what it's called?
Okay.
All right.
Something like that.
Nice.
That's a good
Do you
song.
need the lyrics in front of you for that when you sing karaoke, or you got the lyrics down?
I think I could do the lyrics for that.
Gotcha. You got a
I think I can-
good memory.
There we go.
Nice.
Yeah.
What cool app do you have on your phone? Like a unique app, or like
The
not
most unique app.
not like your typical like social media app
Yeah.
like Instagram. Like what fun, unique, different app do you have on your phone?
I don't really have that many apps, but
Okay.
I mean maybe it's called like 18 birdies.
I was just gonna say that for golf. That
for golf.
tracks.
Yeah, it's for golf. Yeah, it's just like you pull up a course and it goes through like whatever, and you keep your score.
Oh, okay.
It's boring. It's
Well, you
not
can
I
also
thought
see-
you were going to say an editing app. I thought you were going to
That's
say.
true.
I don't edit on my phone though.
You got
I only
your
like edit
laptop?
on like TikTok or whatever. But yeah, I got a laptop I edit on.
Cool.
Nice.
She's real.
Yeah.
Okay. Golf with anyone in the world, who would you pick? Anyone. They don't have to be a golfer.
Anyway.
Anyone.
In the world.
The whole wide world.
I'm not gonna be your typical and say like Tiger Woods.
There you go. That's
no.
fine.
I'm gonna say my favorite golfer, Colin Morikawa. Have you guys heard of him?
Yeah, Colin
Yeah.
Morikawa. He
Yeah.
went to Cal.
Yeah.
He won a major.
Yeah.
At least
The
one.
Open, yeah. Yeah.
Great iron play.
Oh yeah. I
Yeah.
just love his swing,
knows it.
everything about him. I got to meet him. Super cool.
We got it.
Super cool.
You can look in
Colin,
Oh yeah.
Colin,
Say
come
Collins.
visit us.
Yes.
Yes, Colin. Please come.
Yes. Colin.
Come to Athens. What's your favorite meal?
Wings. I love wings.
So you like wings over, wings stop?
Wingstop.
Not over.
Not over. There are plenty of good wings around here in Athens.
Yeah, absolutely.
Plenty of good wings.
Absolutely.
I just had some last night at courtside.
there you
pizza.
go.
Oh,
There you go. There you
good.
go.
Nice. You are stuck on an island, and you can only bring one item to this island. What item are you going to bring?
Well, probably like water.
It's there.
Probably
Great
water.
answer.
You
Fresh
gotta stay
water.
hydrated.
Fresh water.
Yeah.
If we're
Yeah.
in the middle of an ocean
Yeah.
of an island.
Yeah, that's good.
Probably water.
Yeah. Good answer. I think Jeremy Alsko said that.
I think so.
Water. Fresh water, not salt water. Any more from the list?
Favorite meal? Oh, we did that.
All good.
See into the future or change the past? Let's go. Let's see if we go 3 for 3 here.
Oh, that's so hard. Probably. No, because everything in the past, I see the past as like everything happens for a reason, you know? I'd probably say see the future.
Yeah.
Boom.
See the future.
3 for 3.
Yeah. That's
Good answer.
yeah.
Good
As much as some of us reflect on past decisions,
Right,
It
yeah.
all sets
it
you
happens.
up for
Yeah,
something.
you learn from it, and yeah. So I do agree too. I do agree. See into the future. What is your favorite class you've taken here at Ohio
Oh, gosh.
so far? That's kind of
It's only
tough
had 2
you're
semesters,
yeah.
Yeah.
We can bypass this one.
Probably one I'm in right now, video production basics.
Okay.
Shout out to Cecil Hauser.
Okay.
Cool
If-
professor.
Yeah, he is. I've heard of him.
You've had him or no?
No,
You
I've
just
heard. I've heard of him. If you had to title your life at the moment, what would it be called?
Oh, God.
Dang. That's a
Title?
great question.
I'd say like calming. I feel it's just calm right now. I'm in a good place. Relaxing.
I love that.
It's good.
I love that.
Chill.
I'm chilling, yeah.
Nice.
Good.
That's really cool.
That's a chill girl.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
That is
That's
good.
so-
For, as a freshman
Yeah.
and semester about to
Incredible.
wrap up, I'd be not calm. I'd be freaking out.
Yeah.
So,
Before we wrap up the show here, just before we let you go, any words of wisdom to
Shout
the people?
outs,
Before you go, thanks for coming on.
Yeah, thank you guys for having me. Had some fun.
Yeah, any
fun.
words of wisdom, advice, or just
Dream big. Dream big. Love golf. If you play golf or any sport, keep going at it because you never know where you'll end up. I kind of started late, but I trusted the process. So keep going at it, and you'll never know where you end up. So
There you go.
you're in the fairway.
Dream big.
Yep. And subscribe to my YouTube channel, please.
What's it called?
The Saylor Wharff.
The Saylor Wharff.
Yep.
Saylor Wharf.
Subscribe. It's gonna be up in a couple weeks.
Saylor, appreciate you, and we can't wait to see what you continue to do here in Athens with the program and beyond.
Thank you so much. Thanks, guys.
Whew! That's a wrap. Bobcat Tracks, April edition. Tonight we had some phenomenal guests on the show that really gave us some incredible insight.
Very insightful information from all athletes. Loved it. Got some freshman athletes. We got some athletes that came back on campus. I love it. I hope you guys did too.
Yeah, we appreciate you for joining us throughout the show. Packed show with Saylor Wharff, who we just had on our last guest, women's golf, Ava Kincaid, track and field, women's track and field, and Sieh Bangura football. So thanks for joining us. As always, subscribe to our YouTube channel and give us a follow on Apple and Spotify, and we will talk to you. What's crazy? This is the April episode, and then the next episode we tape is for the month of May, which means the semester is flying.
Yeah.
What is
Semester's over.
happening?
Graduation is upon us.
What is happening?
It has to happen though.
Time is moving at a crazy
Speed.
rate. It's scary.
Yes.
I wish I could control time and just be like, slow down.
I think we all kind of do wish that happened, but
All right, until next time, thanks for watching, and go Bobcats.
Go Bobcats.